Now, what do I mean by a sneaky stroke? Well, most strokes, the majority, are going to attack the middle cerebral artery. So that's the main part of our brain, right? We have our cerebrum, and then we have the cerebellum. That's two different areas of the brain, right? Right. Now, a stroke that's not talked about commonly is cerebellar stroke. That not the cerebrum, the cerebellum, right? So just to give you a quick reminder, I'll put a picture here. The larger cerebrum, the little on the back, almost at the back edge, you can see the cerebellum back here, right? Right. Now, with the cerebellum, what does it do? Well, a nickname for it I can give to you to remember is the little brain, okay? So it controls your posture, your balance, fine motor movements, and has to do with motor learning, right? It's all about motor and your positioning, coordination, and movement. That is the normal, action of our cerebellum. Now, the thing is this. Our classic stroke that attacks the middle cerebral artery, the classic stroke with facial droop, with arm weakness, with slurred speech that you know about. That classic stroke, there are symptoms. There can be some overlap, but there are signs and symptoms that will occur in this type of stroke that you need to be aware of, because it might not be the classic stroke symptoms, but someone's having a cerebellar event. Let me explain. So we have our classic be fast mnemonic. That's our classic stroke mnemonic. It's great. But from now on, I want you to add some extras to this mnemonic so we pick up on a cerebellar stroke. Here we go. Here's our classic. Here's my plus sign. And here are extras. So let's go through all this. So make sure we're on the same page. Be fast. Classic. We're looking for a stroke. So B is for balance. Is the patient having like a new onset of balance or coordination problems? They almost appearing as if they're drunk, right? That's something to watch for, right? They're not coordinated. They're usually able to walk fine, but right now they're uncoordinated. That's a hallmark sign of a stroke. Eyes. In this case with eyes, I'm thinking about, is there any visual disturbances, but also do a pupil exam. How are the pupils? Are they constricted, dilated, unequal? Is there any nystagmus, right? So we can add that into our eye assessment, right? Lax coordination. We think about that with balance. You see where I'm going with this? We're adding some things in. Facial droop. Now, with facial droop, I'm already looking at the face. What else is right next to my face? My head. Does the patient have a severe headache, right? Think about that. Facial droop means one side of the face is drooping, so we have unequal. So tell the patient smile, and it's unequal. That's facial droop. It's a classic stroke. These are our signs and symptoms of a cerebellar stroke. You see where I'm going with this? So just think about these things. The old arm drift test. Close the eyes, put the arms out, one drops, or we have arm or leg weakness, unilateral weakness. One side is weaker than the other. That's the arm or arm drift test, right? Speech. Do we have slurred speech, or can the patient who normally can speak fine, can't communicate, is confused and cannot speak? Okay, they're aphasic, they can't speak. T is time. When was the last time they were seen normal? Now, again, this is great, but as you're doing your assessment, I want you to add a few things. So we're going to a stroke patient and we're doing be fast. We're at balance. What can I add from here? Well, I can see, is the patient suffering from vertigo? Is the room upside down and spinning, right? Is the patient nauseous or vomiting? Do they have a severe headache? Do they lack coordination, nystagmus? As I'm doing my balance assessment, I think about vertigo, right? Well, what else? I think about lacking coordination. I do my eye assessment. I can check for nystagmus, right? Facial droop. I'm at the face. What about the head? Do I have a headache, right? Arm drift, speech, time. And don't forget about, are they vomiting? This covers everything. Now, that sneaky stroke, not so sneaky anymore because you got it. Now, a lot of you asked in the comments about how to prepare for school, how to get through school, and how to pass NREMT. The first link in the description is a study tool that I give to all my students to accomplish all of that. It's called the Video Vault. Inside the Video Vault is over 480 videos of content, audio files, worksheets, practice quizzes, our community group. What I do in the Video Vault is take all the concepts you need to know to pass school at NREMT, and I break them down simply for you, so that way you just follow along with the videos, you follow the study plan, and you pass. I give my students lifetime access in the first link in the description, and I'll see you on the inside.